Hi, this is excellent. Welcome back, fishies. Well, right now I'm gonna make some sloppy joe. The other day, you guys, I got some donuts. I'm gonna use that for my bun. But right now, I'm just gonna put the ground beef in here. It's ground prime rib. That's what it is. It's the ground prime rib that I had the burgers, and I'm gonna add in some of the what is this? Green peppers. That was just the frozen green peppers I had in the freezer. I'm going to put them in so they can kind of thaw out and mix in here. And then I'm going to put in my onions so they can start to sweat. That's maybe what, a little about a third, fourth a cup of onions. I'm going to chopped up, put in here with the meat. Let them start to sweat out. I'm just going to break the meat apart here. And I'm fixing this up. I have the manwich for my sloppy joe, but I'm just going to fix it up. I always add stuff to it. Just going to mix this, and I'm going to show you in a minute how I'm just browning it and mixing it up. We need smell-o-vision. Starting to smell good already. This is just a shortcut way if you don't know how to make it the long way. So I'm on smell-o-vision. See, I'm just breaking it up, letting it brown. Doesn't it smell that? You smell the onions and the peppers in that already? That smells so good. So we're just going to brown that up a bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to season it a little bit. Himalayan pink salt. We're just going to put a couple grinds in here. We're just going to season it as we go. We don't want to add too much. Like I said, this you need smell-o-vision. Smelling delicious. And I'm going to add some fresh ground pepper also. I'm going to wear it. I wore the mic because I noticed the last time that I cooked when I was frying, it made so much noise that you could barely hear me. So I figured if I put the mic on this time, it might come out a little better. Get it where it'll be more sturdy. Now I'm going to add the fresh ground pepper to it. Fresh ground peppercorns. Now this is cooking up really nice. I always add a little, I never follow a recipe exactly. But if you want, you can. You can also use sausage, pork sausage, to make your sloppy joe if you don't eat beef. But today I wanted to make the beef sloppy joe. So I'm just browning it and crunching up the meat. It's cooking up really nice. Like I said, you guys can smell it, vision. It smells delicious. This is browning up. Chopping up the meat. And if you wanted to get the meat finer, you could use your potato smasher. Yes, that smashes your meat up really fine, where you don't have such big chunks. But I'm just going to use my spoon. Mash it up. Separate it nice and good. Make sure it gets turned. It's cooking up really nice and fast. Smell-o-vision, see? It's browning up really nice. Only a couple pieces of it still need to cook up. And I'm going to just finish breaking that up. I'm going to let that cook for a minute. Okay, now. I have the original sloppy joe manwich. They have different ones. They have bold and different other flavors, but this is the one I like. But I kind of cheat a little bit. I don't use the whole can. I only use half of the can. I don't know why I talk so soft. I only use half of the can. So then I also put in some, oh, this isn't even the right barbecue sauce. I usually use hickory. The hickory smoked. How did I end up with the original? You guys give me a minute. Let me see if I have some hickory over here. How I ended up with that original is beyond me. Because I love the hickory for my sloppy joe. I normally use the hickory in my sloppy joe. Normally. But Since this original is open and I don't know where it came from. I mean, I bought it. I know I bought it, but I thought that I had used the hickory one. I didn't realize I had an original, so it's not going to have the smokiness that I wanted to add to it, but okay, we're going to just use the regular barbecue sauce anyway. Okay. You guys want to see some magic? Magic. Ta-da! I opened the top before I started this, y'all. I took the top off before. So I'm only going to add maybe about half of this in there. About half, maybe a little under half I'll add. Mix it in. And this is like the original Sloppy Joe, but I like to give mine a little zingy kick. Like I said, I'll use this original. I use this original, but normally, most of the other time, I use the hickory. I do like the open pit. I really do. That's one of the brands that I've been using for a long time. I do like it. I use it frequently. And now I'm going to pour in almost the other half of that, the barbecue sauce. A fair amount of the barbecue sauce. Now with this, I don't measure. So I'm sorry, I can't tell you the exact measurements. Oh, look at that, coming down. Exact measurements. I'm going to just stir this up. This smells so good. I'm just telling you. This smells really good. Now I'm just stirring it and mixing it all up. Now, normally, I would do it in a deeper pan, but since it wasn't going to splash everywhere, the grease didn't really splash, I'll use the shallower pan. But normally, I'll use a deeper pan only because I don't want it to splash everywhere. Now, can you see that? Can you smell that? That smells so good. You get the smokiness from the barbecue sauce. Now, I have a taster spoon here because you always should taste. I might need to add something. Salt, pepper. I might even have to add a little Worcestershire sauce to it. I might have to add a little something. So now this is hot. I'm going to get this and cool it off. Oh, it's almost perfect. Even with the original. But I do kind of miss just a little hint of smokiness. But it's working for me. Yes, it's working for me. I can probably turn it down just a bit. I'll turn this down just a bit. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. I'm going to let this just simmer a little bit so it can, the meat can absorb the flavor of the sauce. I'm going to just let it sit there for a few minutes. But, okay, now, I have 4 cheeses here. This is the smoked Gouda. This is the American, this is the Velveeta American crab. This is the smoked Swiss. And this is just regular Kojak. Now, what I did earlier was I sliced my donut in half and then I toasted it. Okay, this is my little toast rack. And I put it on here so it wouldn't get soggy. It'll stay crispy. It wouldn't, like I said, get soggy. It'll stay crunchy. So when I make my sandwich, it'll stay crunchy. Now, this isn't mustard. Remember, this is my aioli. This isn't mustard. This is just my aioli bottle. Like I said, I'm recycling it. And the squirts aren't perfect, just what I need. Instead of going out and buying another squirt bottle, I just recycled this one. So I'm going to put this back out the way. And I'm going to stir this up some more here. Now, this is thickening up. So it's almost ready. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the cheese on top of the donut. Then I'm going to put the Sloppy Joe on top of that. Now, I've had it before, but not on the donut. I've had it with the cheese before, but not the donut. And since I didn't buy any bread, we're going to eat the donut. Okay, this is up nicely. I'm going to turn this down so it can simmer. Then I'm going to take my donut and my cheese over here to start plating it. Got my donut down. Set the rack over, and I got my cheese. I'm going to put, it's going to be a slice of cheese. I'll just bring it back over so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, what I'm going to do, this is the bottom donut. I'm going to just put the cheese, a slice of each of the kind of cheeses on the bottom of the donut. And then I'll put the sloppy joe on top. Then I'm going to put the other cheese on top of here. So I'm just going to lay the Kojak cheese there. The smoked Swiss, smoked Gouda, and then the American. So when I lay it here like this, I'm going to put the sloppy joe on top. Then it'll melt. Then it'll be the big taste test. Turn that off. Give this a mix and a stir. Now, like I said, I've had it with the cheese before, but not all different 4 cheeses. Mainly, I think I've had it with just the American cheese. But we're going to take this and mix it up. And which one is the bottom, which is the top? That's the bottom. The top. Now I'm going to take and overlap the cheese here. In the center, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to spoon some of this delicious sloppy joe on top. And I have my chips next to it. We have one of the new blue plates. Working on plating. Oh, we got to put the cheese back in there. It slid out. Okay, put the cheese there. Maybe just a little more scoop of the sloppy joe. Oh, wow, that looks good. Now we're going to take this. I'm going to sit that over there. Doesn't that look kind of good? Doesn't that look good, that sloppy joe? Looks better this way, right? With the sloppy joe coming out and the chips. But you know what? I'm going to cut it now. We're going to do a taste test. I've never tried it with the donut. Now we're going to see how it tastes. I forgot to put the aioli on. Forgot to put the aioli on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift it up real quick and squirt some of that aioli on there. This is the lemon aioli that I made the other day. Now I have a knife. I'm going to cut it. See how it's going to taste. Aioli's coming out. We'll get this side here. Okay, let's see which cheeses this is. This is I think this is the Gouda cheese. I think that's the Gouda cheese. We have another cut here. And we'll have another cut here. Now, sloppy joe is messy. Very messy. Let me get a paper towel. Napkin. I'll get a napkin. I got a napkin ready for the taste test now. This is probably hot. So, I think this is the Gouda. I actually really like it. It's a delicioso. That is so delicious. The sweetness of the donut mixed in with the sloppy joe, the creaminess of the cheese, and the zing of the aioli. Man, I got something here. I've got something here. This is so good. I will be making me another one. No doubt about it. If you like what you see, thumbs up. If you want more, hit the dinner bell. Comments are always welcome. Subscribing is free and sharing is nice. I would like everyone to stay safe and positive and stay tuned. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to finish this off because this is really delicious. You got to try it, but it's with the glazed donut. It is delicioso. Stay tuned. Have a nice evening.